Hi friends, it's Allison. Welcome back to AJ's Inspired Life. Welcome back to part two of Christmas in April. I don't know. I am making a card holder for my December Christmas cards. Thought I'd bring you along for the ride. It is on my to-do list, and so here we are. And I fiddled around in the first one for an hour and didn't get a journal made. So that's not the way we do things. This should not be more than an hour project, but here we are. Okay, so I've done a couple things. Let me catch you up. If you didn't watch part one, we have chosen papers, which took the bulk of my time. We've made two signatures, and we've chosen a cover, and I've made a seam, a binding. Okay, whatever this is called. Okay, this was going to be what I chose for the outside. I have switched it over to the stars. So this was very thin scrapbook paper. I've added some heavy duty duct tape behind it, as well as another piece of paper, which is like a thicker cardstock. I decided to go with some red stars. Yeah. Okay, so that's the life decision that we've made. I took a piece of a branding strip. You do not have to measure your holes. This is what I do. This is how I was taught. T at the top always, right? Because some of it is oriented and will mark the book as well. But anyway, I folded this in half, okay, and made a mark there. Then I took one in and folded it to the half, which gave me this fold. And then I folded it again to that fold and made a mark there. Same thing on the bottom, up to the middle, up to that fold and there. That way, the amount of paper it's holding is expanded out here. Now, does it really matter? Probably not. These pages are all the same. They're all 12 by 12 cut down, right? So not a lot of variance. So anyway, and then I took it and I marked, here's my middle fold. I don't know, there's a crease in the middle. So I know that's my middle. And then I moved some markings out to the side where I will put my holes. Okay. Now I went through my eyelets. I don't have anything amazing, but we're using what we have, folks. We're using what we have. So this is the big Crocodile 2. It is down below. It's always in my supply list on Amazon. I have both. This one's nice. It has the arm reach. It can get to the middle of a page. Okay. It also uses the desk as a lever, and so it takes less hand strength. For some of us, that is an awareness point. Okay. So I'm moving it to the bigger hole up here at the top. You control, there's an eyelet setter, which we're going to use, and then two hole punches. The first one is a small one. You can see right there. Okay. And then we're going to move it right here to the bigger one. And you can see that's a thicker a regular hole punch, which is what we need for the really cheesy eyelets we chose. Okay, so I have my markings on here. I'm going to slide it in. Now, I also haven't glued this to the outside cover yet. I'm playing with an idea on this. We'll see. We'll see. So I'm just going to punch these. They're never straight. I'm never like, yeah. It is what it is. It is what it is. It's close enough for a junk journal card holder thingy, right? That's the goal. Okay, so now we have our 6 holes, right, for 2 signatures, 3 holes each. Okay, all right. So what I have toyed with is, all right, let's get this clipped. Now, some people clip this into their journal cover and then punch it all together, which is a fabulous idea. Why I don't do that, I don't know. It's a little bit harder with 2 signatures as opposed to 1. You're going to have to punch it twice, obviously. So we're going to check real quick. Okay, and when I say See, I have no nails. Literally, I can't even. When I say check, I'm checking for, which we haven't done yet. I'm checking if there's an orientation to any of these papers. So this would be a good like example of a page that's oriented. Now, again, you may not care. I'm going to probably cover it mostly with a card anyway, so you're not really going to see it. But anyway, that's the orientation. So I now know this is my top. I'm just going to make sure, again, this is another example. This one's not going to matter at all because it's definitely going to be covered. You're not going to see it. Here's the same stockings again. Oh, in green and red, I see. This one probably doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. I think they go every way. This guy in particular is upside down, but again, it's going to get covered by a card. So this one obviously matters. This one matters. Okay, so we're good. We are oriented the right way. So we will reclip. All right. Now we're going to take our same measurement and we're going to just line it up right against that middle seam. Now, I cut these a 1/2 inch shorter, ish, right? I cut them a little bit shorter than my actual book to give me a little bit of room. So this is actually a little bit longer than my pages. So you can choose to do two things. You could drop it down, but that's gonna leave them all with extra room. So I'm gonna eyeball it and leave a little bit at the top and a little bit at the bottom. And that's as close as we're gonna get in this fun little crafty project, okay? So same, like, right? Okay, and then we'll do the same on the second book. Now, here is, I'm going to do the same thing. Now, you need to be, you want them in as tight as possible. When you lay them flat, you can see they get wonky. So this is where sometimes the hole punch is not the best idea. And you may choose to do it with an awl. Now this is very thick cardstock, so not too sure this is my best idea, but we'll try it. Let me grab a book. So I'm going to grab a thick book and I'm going to do something like that and see. Don't poke your fingers. And I'm going to go through to the thicker part of the awl so I can get, okay. And I'm going to try and keep this folded as much as possible. Okay. Now this leaves a pretty big hole on this paper, which I'm okay with. We have not chosen what we are going to bind it with yet, but okay, so that is pretty good. As I fold it, I can see straight through those holes as it's folded. Okay, so, and that's what you want. You want it to have the hole as it's folded, not as it lays flat, because the paper obviously changes direction or changes, orientation a little bit. So now what? Here's my thought, and I've never done it. And there's probably ones that have come before me, wiser, more experienced journalers that have done this prior, and that are going to say, this is a really horrible idea, Allison. However, I want to just show you what I did. I picked up this piece of paper. Now this could be a whole journal. And I was like, oh, you can see these aren't even close. It doesn't matter. This is not how it's measured. Now it's equal measurement. So again, it shouldn't matter, but my T is at the top up here. So that's how easy it is with paper on your desk and whatever, like to flip stuff around. It's like, shoot, where's my T? Well, there's my T. So I'm going to put that T at the top. Okay. Here's my thought. Has anyone ever bound this in without a cover actually attached? Because I'm thinking, I'm here for it today. This is what I'm thinking. I also don't know what we're using to bind it with. So here's my little thing of baker's twine. It also has some of this in it, and that's kind of fun. And I think we might try this. In my bookbinding kit, there are 3 kinds of wax thread, but it's fairly thin. This is also linked below in my Amazon shop. Not shop, but like, you know, affiliate links. I get like 5 cents or something if you buy it. So, you know how the links work. I'm going to try this, you guys. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Has anyone seen? I know oh, they're right here. I can see them. 1, 2, 3, and a little extra for fun, right? And I'll go ahead and cut the other piece also. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and a lot of unraveled twine on the floor. Sorry if you just saw my head. All right. All right, so we'll put that away. Yeah, that'll be fun. You guys, I bought that little bag at Target. I don't even know how many years ago. 15 probably. And I still love it so much. Okay, so oh, here's the issue. Here's the issue. 1, I think I lost a needle. And 2, I don't know. This one, I think, has the biggest hole in it. Let's see if it'll go through because it's so, well, because it's twine. Egads. I know I've had to put tape on this before to do some stuff. Because if it doesn't go through, then it literally unwinds itself, right? Ah! Did I get it? I got it. Ooh, barely. Ooh, it's mad. Okay, so I don't know, what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Let's try it. I'm going to put, I'm going to put my thread on the outside. So we're starting from the outside in the middle. Ah, do you see what that does? Look at that. Woo! That could be dangerous. Okay, this is T at the top and I'm doing the first signature, so I know that, but oh my gosh. Okay, we're just flying by the seat of our pants here, folks. I have no idea what I'm doing, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. See, those holes have already switched. Okay, so we're going to go through that way. Now, is that even? Yeah, it is. Okay, here we go. It's mad. I'm double checking. Yep, because yeah, okay. Boy, it does not want to go through this. Do you see the double thread on that? It is super tight. Okay, here we go. All right, you're going to come up the middle and down one of your ends. It doesn't matter. See how thick that is right there? It does not want to go through this hole. So we are definitely putting these holes to the test. There it goes. All right, there's 2. And you're going to take it back through that outside hole, obviously. And just be careful not to lose your tail. Oh. All right. All right, so we went up through the middle and, right? Up through the middle, down through the top, out to the outside. And then we're going to go all the way down to the bottom. And I'm going to refold these papers so that hole lines up, right? And sometimes you just have to help it a little bit and thread them through almost. There it goes. But this is going to be a little bit tougher here. Come on, you can do it. Now this is going to be really hard. All right. Once you get back up through that other hole, you're going to go back through the middle where you started. Okay. Now this was tight with one thing of thread in it. It's going to be even tighter with another. And this twine, even more so, you don't want to split it. You don't want to run that needle through this. There it goes. Yay, yay, yay. Okay, we'll take the needle out and then you can fuss with it however you want and pull it. You want to try and get your ends equal-ish, but it may not. It's really mad. Look at it. See how thick that is right there? That may be as good as we're going to get. I'm going to go ahead and tie it, which is fine. I don't need to. We can dangle something else off of here if we want to. Right over left, left over right. Makes the knot tight, 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 right? Whatever the saying is. All right, let's do that. Okay, I guess I'm done with this because we're going to use that all again. So we'll put that away. All right, so there's our first signature. And again, I've never done this without a cover. This may have been a giant mistake, but I don't think so. I think we're good. And I just thought it would be fun to try. Okay, so it's just literally onto the binding, right? Yeah, that's pretty. Okay. So we'll do the same thing with number 2. Don't really even have, oh, and that paper's just mad. It's just wanting to sit flat already. All right, again, I'm just going to check for orientation because some of these, like this one in particular in the middle, some of these have writing on them. Again, may not matter at all, but we are oriented the right way. All right, so I will clip it at the top and the bottom. Oh, I didn't put the eyelets in. Ah, what a ding dong. Okay, well, we're not doing eyelets. That decision's also now been made. Okay. All right, I'm going to get them in here as tight as I can this way. You can see they're already coming out, you know, sandwiched out a little bit because of the depth here. So we'll end up probably cutting those off. We'll see how it sits in the book. But the outside cover, I don't know. We'll see. Okay. So did I mark it yet? I did not. Let's do that. Here's my marker, T at the top. And again, I'm going to, you know, a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom. Okay. There's a hole, there's a hole, and there's a hole. Now I am doing this with an erasable marker. You may or may not care, okay, in yours, depending on, you know, what you use and all that kind of stuff. So I'm going to get it as tight as I can in here. Refold it and clip it while it's folded so it stays as tight as you can. And then we will see. I can feel the paper wanting to go flat. So I'm not really using this book. They do make a book cradle. I know people sell them on Etsy. You don't need one, obviously. But I'm sure it's nice and convenient to be able to do this part with. All right. always inventing stuff that makes our life easier. So very, very smart people out there. Okay, again, if I hold it folded, you can see straight through there, right? And that's what we want. I'm actually going to put my awl in here to hold it while I mess with this twine a little bit. I see a giant thing here, so I'm not... I'm going to pull that off a little bit. Okay. Maybe I will use this end. See if we can get it in here. Oh. Did I get it? I don't think I did. Shoot. Oh. I think I did. I think I did. Okay. Yeah, it's almost like a hairball. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. Okay, here we go. So, this one's a little bit, I'm going to put this back in my box right now. This one's a little bit easier orient-wise because I can see the writing on this page, right? So I know like it's the right way. Now, my only job is to make sure that I didn't flip this guy over. Okay, but I did not because I can see my T at the top right there. Okay, so we're going to put them in this way. We're going to start at the outside middle hole again. And wrestle it until it comes through. The twine wants to do what it wants to do, and we just have to educate it a little bit, like we are going to do a little something different, and it's going to be fine. I'm going to fold it so that goes smoothly through that hole. There we go. All right, so up through the middle, down through one of your ends. It does not matter which one, obviously. And then I go all the way down to the bottom. And up through the outside hole. This is the one that needs a little help sometimes because the paper started to move a little bit, which is fine. There it goes. Okay. And then last but not least, of course, the hardest part, C. And so this part has not come through. All right, is getting it back through this middle hole. Again, you don't want to split this twine. You don't want that needle to go through. And again, depending on, how you work, right-handed, left-handed, or whatever, you might be moving this book around. You can see I'm doing that quite a bit. So at this point, it doesn't matter. They're sewn in, but that's why we mark stuff. All right, so... and we'll take it back through this outer hole, which is not a problem. Okay, let's put the needle away before... All right. And we'll tighten it up. So see how loose it is here on the outside? So we'll pull both of those. Okay. There we go. Whoops. I feel like it's loose, but I don't know. I got it. Now, when you have your twine, you want one side to each, you want it to come to either side of that, right? And then tie it over that middle one. right over left, left over right, you know, the whole thing, or vice versa. It doesn't really matter unless you're tying something that, oh yeah, look at it. Okay. So we will take off these clips, if I can get my finger in there, my goodness, and put those back where they go. That one went on the floor. That's not where it goes. All right, so we have our journal bound in here, and I actually like the twine, and I like the, yeah, that looks good. Now, you're like, that's a weird looking journal, Allison. I concur. I concur. What we're going to do is put our cover on now like this. And we have to decide. We have to make a life decision of, I was going to try tape. I think my tape's a little too wide. I guess we'll glue it. The tape, for me, is just like beautiful. I hope, I didn't measure this, you guys. I hope this is working. It doesn't matter. We'll cut down those pages if it's not, okay? The tape is just beautiful, like instant gratification is what it is. Obviously with liquid glue, it's not instant gratification. That's what it is not. Okay. All right. Now you could put this paper, you could put this, well, lucky for me, it's not instant gratification because I didn't, there it goes. You can put this on the inside or the outside, but I usually leave it on the outside as kind of, you know, an edge. We could have put this paper over this way if we wanted to. Do you see that difference? And that's fine also, okay? But I tend to like it on the outside, so we're gonna do that. I've never bound a journal without the cover already being attached, so this is kind of fun. And we'll do that. Yeah. Okay. Now, I will probably come in here and add, well, two things. I will definitely add tape here, like packaging tape or my clear duct tape or something. I will probably add some tape on this edge. I might stitch this edge. Here's an example, like I stitched this edge. Yes, I stitched it after it was put together. On this one, I washi taped the edge. Now, see, I did not tape this right here. This is last year's. See here, this one had eyelets. I forgot the eyelets on this one, which is fine. See, look at you untying yourself because I only, I think that because of the wear and tear and people looking through them and whatnot, I'm going to have to put some packaging tape over this anyway because it's so delicate. These die cuts on here were so delicate. Same thing with this. It's actually stuck up. It's popped up a little bit on pop dots or whatnot. It was not intended for the cover of a journal, but I freaking love it. So I will probably make this one a little bit more durable. I'll probably put some packaging tape on here and clean it up a little bit. Now, if look at it already be fat. We could also run some packaging tape here and run like a pretty ribbon or even some of this twine. Well, I don't know what you call this, jute, or I don't know what this is. I might do that. Because I mean, look at it. It's already mad. So, which is fine. It'll get weighed down with paper and whatnot. And we'll put a heavy, heavy book on here and let it know this is its new life. Okay. but I have to say, I really love it. And even though it's April, so I'll clear this up. I'll just trim this just an ooch. I don't know. Maybe Christmas in April's a thing. I don't know. We'll see. I need to go in and put my cards in. I don't want to do that on air. Again, there's family pictures and you know, so I'm not going to do that with you guys, but I'll kind of show you as it's maybe filled out a little bit, and I'll bring you back for that. So, okay, you guys, that's part 2 of Christmas in April, and I'm here for it, quite frankly. This feels good to get it done. It'll feel good to get the cards in here, and then all of these will go into the garage, into the Christmas buckets, obviously, just to, you know, get them put where they got to get. Is the thing. So I might end up cutting some of these. I might not. We'll see. I do think I'm going to, like I said, kind of reinforce an edge. I might add an eyelet here type thing and add a tie just so it does stay. But, you know, this one does not need it. It is super heavy and it sits just like this when we have it out. And look how fat that one is. And it's 2 years. And I mean, what fun. So I don't know, maybe once it has enough weight in it, it won't need a tie. So, all right, you guys, let me know your thoughts. I love this idea. I love it as a way just to keep cards, whether it's Christmas, anniversary, birthday, whatever you want. I have one, like I said before, for my Happy Mail cards, which I had kind of stopped doing, and I started putting them into my journal. And I'm kind of in love with it. So I might go back and start adding to it again. I don't know. So let me know your thoughts, you guys. I hope you're well. And yeah, thanks for watching. And I hope you find something today that inspires you. Take care.